The first thing you need to know before getting on the self improvement journey is to create a new self image. You might have observed yourself that in the pursuit of a goal, the first days are progress, followed by a relapse. This is not merely a matter of discipline, it's merely it's a reflection of the self image you hold for yourself. Let me explain. Your self image fundamentally determines the ceiling of your success. Imagine yourself to be a car out on a drive to reach a particular destination. So, the engine would be the self image you, the car, carry. Its quality dictates how quickly and efficiently you will reach to your destination. And the problem with you is your engine cannot support the long term goal you have set. The car stops midway before even reaching its destination all the time. Sorry, when you try because for such a long journey to go through to reach to the destination, the engine, your self image, can't support it in the first place. That's why you don't make it. Many beginners in self improvement struggle due to the same reason, and because the habits they must adopt are alien to them. Thus, they feel as if they are swimming against the current, as these new behaviors conflict with their ingrained self image of themselves, as it feels wrong, as if it feels wrong doing what is right for them. This conflict leads only frustration. Thus, many abandon their efforts and give up, maybe including you, when you tried. It's like if you had changed how you perceived yourself to be, you could have continued it for even a longer period of time, the good habit, but you remain trapped in a cycle of temporary discipline followed by a relapse, plus undoing any progress you had made. You can't cross and go past the line where your self image holds you. Imagine your self image as a rubber band. As you make progress, it feels like the tension it feels like the tension builds up, and no matter how hard you try, you snap back to where you started, just like a rubber band. However, with an updated self image aligned with your goals, you no longer get pulled back. Your self image now supports your actions, your behaviors, like the entire rubber band is moving forward with the improvements you are making. As you shift your self image, you begin to see yourself as the kind of person who naturally does the good habits, making them feel effortless to do because they now align with your sense of identity. By just changing your identity to one that supports these habits, you reduce the friction to do them in the first place, making it easier to continue these habits long term without the fear of relapse. Now, these healthy habits are no longer something foreign or hard to do, but a natural part of who you are, thanks to the power of self image. People today are obsessed with finding tactics to study more, ways to become more successful. But the truly rich and successful people aren't thinking and are in search for tactics. They simply know deep down that they are successful. It's like their mind and soul are aligned with the fact that they are winners, and so they naturally do what winners do. By they win by just being themselves. Meanwhile, we label their actions as tactics instead of asking how they really do what they do. And if we try to just be ourselves like them, we will fall. We will fail actually because our current self image is what's holding us back in the first place. It's not about finding tactics or even being yourself because your current self has been the very reason you have not reached your full potential and your goals. And even if you find tactics to even implement, how long will it remain with you until you change your self image? Until and unless you don't see yourself as a winner, you can't do what winners do. The key is to change yourself, change how you see and believe yourself to be. If you continue to see yourself as someone trying to quit junk food, for example, you'll fail and relapse at this one particularly because you still identify as someone who eats junk food instead of someone who left it entirely. You have to be the person who says, I don't eat, I don't eat junk food in order to leave it, instead of the BS, I'm trying to quit, because in the phrase you're still saying to yourself, I do eat junk food, excuse me, but I'm trying an effort to stop it. Like bro, you'll never be able to stop it. For God's sake, change your identity, and only then you can benefit from changing your self-image. And who will benefit from this? Only you. And many times it's not the activity that itself controls us, like how we would like to think, but the fact that we have associated ourselves so deeply with that we give it permission to rule over us, which becomes our self image. Oh, I'm just a person who can't stop playing video games. Beliefs like this just eventually turn into reality. If you believe you can't improve, that's exactly why you don't. The solution is to transform your self image, shed your old self completely, and be reborn as a new, better version of yourself. And when you do that, the difference will be undeniable. Having said that, I've shared basically all I know regarding self image. In the next video, I'll cover the 4 ways you can update your self image. If you want to know more about self image, I would like to recommend the book Psycho Cybernetics. It's a brilliant book. Do check it out. Thank you.